What's up, traders? John Howell here. In today's coaching video, I'm going to talk to you about why it's the opposite to what you think that's going to make you successful in trading. Now, hear me out. Hey guys, this is John Howell here. I hope you guys are doing well. For you guys that don't know me, my name is John Howell. I've been trading the markets now for 16 years. My first 5 years, I lost $250,000, and I almost actually went bankrupt. Long story short, I'll get into more details later on about how I lost it, why I lost it, and all that sort of stuff, and how it all happened. And anyway, cut a long story short, I made a lot of mistakes. Thankfully, for my last 9-10 years, actually a little bit longer than that now, I've actually done quite well from trading, and I've learned a lot of things when it comes to trading. Now, it's the opposite to what you think about trading, of making a really good income from the markets. Hear me out. Most people, what are they doing? Most people are taking their job thinking, their job action, their job mentality into trading. And the really hard thing that really comes to traders is they think because they're not taking a trade, or maybe they're in a trade and they're just sitting and patiently being in the position, like for example, maybe you're in gold right now, or maybe you're in some of the minings and so on and so forth, and you believe over the next few years it's going to be really good, right? If you take that mentality and you do that daily thing, right, what happens? You start to become what? You start to become impatient and you start to trade a lot. Now, what happens when you trade a lot? You lose money, right? So the hardest thing, one of the hardest things to help you with your trade, one of the hardest things that I had to overcome with my trading, and I still go through these moments throughout the year, guys, you know, and I'm human, right? I might go through it sometimes. I might go through, you know, maybe a month or two of being really good, and might not have any trades for a few months because there is no trades. Now, I know that if I did take some potential trades, like recently, there was a lot of potential trades that didn't meet the rules recently with my private clients, and I just hope my private clients didn't take them. If they did, then they learned the lesson. So that's sometimes the only way for us to learn a lesson is for us to I'll use the word get hurt financially, right? And there's only two things that happen there. One, you learn, you realize that you did it, and you need to sort of change that. And then also two, and you can move forward from there. Anyway, so the opposite to what most people think is this. They do the data, they do the work, right? They go to trading like they go to work, and they think, you know, if you've got a desk job, right, and you're sitting there and there's nothing to do, what happens when the boss comes by? I'm just checking up on the emails and seeing what's happening, and I'm really busy, boss, right? We think because we're not doing nothing in the markets, or if there's no trade set up for a week or two, that, oh my goodness, I'm missing out, right? Oh my goodness, I'm missing out. And yes, I'm sweating a lot, guys, because I've just finished a workout. But we think that we're missing out, right? Oh my goodness, I'm seeing this move here, this move here, this move here, right? And then what's happening is we think that we're starting to miss out. So the whole thing about this, guys, is this, okay? The whole thing about trading is that when we take that job mentality into the markets and we start to do a lot of trading, okay, and we start to think, because we're not taking a lot of trades, that we're not doing well. So when you do that, guess what happens? You overtrade, and you start to overtrade, and then you start to you end up going backwards, right? Where if you just sat back and look at your whole year and said, okay, through this whole year, there's probably maybe, depending on your system, right, there might have maybe been a couple of dozen really good trades throughout the entire year. And if you only took those couple of dozen trades, which means you might have had no trades for 2 months and then 4 trades the next month. Or you might have had no trades this month and 2 trades next month. It makes sense? If you look back over your trading, you realize that, okay, I could have had an amazing year. I could have had a 6-figure year just by taking 1 or 2 dozen really good trades this year. And if I only stuck to these certain type of setups, then I could have had a really good year. But what ends up happening, right, is that We think that because we're not doing something, I'm not in the markets, so therefore I'm not making money. And I want to make money, so therefore I need to place a trade. And when I place a trade, I end up losing money. See the opposite to what it thinks? The opposite is actually true. You sitting back and waiting patiently for that one, oh my goodness, this is the setup. That's the type of trade you want to take, right? And you know yourself, there's probably a good 1 or 2 dozen of those trades throughout the entire year. That are just like, oh my goodness, this is an incredible setup. And you feel it, right? You feel it, you see it, and stuff like that. So in the markets, it's more of a mental game than anything else, because we need to really change the way we've been programmed. We take our job mentality, our job actions, our job thinking into the markets, and that causes us to trade when we shouldn't, because we're doing something right. And that causes us to go backwards. But if we sit back and if we relax and if we take our time and wait for these really good setups, over the year, take less trades, less commissions, less stress, more profits. And that is the key that I've found to success in most endeavors in life when it comes to trading, weight loss, fitness, even business. So anyway, guys, this is John Howell here. I hope this helps you out. Why it's the opposite to your thinking is going to make you a successful trader.